Hey everyone, we're coming to the end of my AMCAS series and the end of my first year of medical school, and I can't wait to finish this series and to start speaking about my experience with my first year of medical school, so look out for those videos coming up after the AMCAS series. The next section that I'll talk about is section 6. This is where you'll enter the information for the people who are writing your letters of recommendation or for the institution that will be submitting your letter of recommendation. So there are a few different types of letters. There's a committee letter, there's a letter packet, and individual letters. Those are the three types of submissions that you can indicate in this section. Committee letters are unique because they contain a composite letter, and a composite letter is an evaluation of who you are at that institution. I did not receive a committee letter from my undergraduate school because I was a non-traditional student and I was a few years out of undergraduate when I was applying. I received a committee letter from the school that I completed my special master's program in. Committee letters are favorable because they contain an evaluation, but they are not mandatory, so that's important to remember. If you have been out of undergraduate for a while, as I was, it may not even be an option to get a committee letter. So if you do have to get individual letters, this would be my best advice. Choose letter writers that can speak to who you are as a person, not just a professor that you had once or twice that you did really well in their class. It does look favorable to have letters from faculty and from your most meaningful experiences. You should also keep in contact with your letter writer. You can specifically ask, can you write me a strong letter of recommendation? Lastly is the letter packet, which is a packet of letters assembled by your institution and then sent to AMCAS. Once you've established who will write your letter of recommendation, you have to print the letter request form from the main menu of the application. You'll need to give this form to your letter authors to ensure that their letter is correctly matched to your application. You can submit your application even if your letters have not come in yet. To avoid stress later on, continuously communicate with your institution or letter author to ensure that your letter is delivered. Section 7 is when you get to choose your medical schools, and I highly suggest that you use the medical school admissions requirements to help guide you through this process. When choosing a medical school, you have to choose a school that's a good fit for you. You have to match yourself to the school. I was not a research-heavy applicant, so I did not select schools that wanted students who had a heavy research background. That includes schools that specifically stated in their mission statement that they wanted students to do research. I believe the MSAR is the perfect tool to help you select the correct school, and also there's a function that allows you to search through schools based on average GPA matriculated and average MCAT score matriculated. Unfortunately, the MSAR is not free. It's $28 for a year, but I believe that is worth it. I paid for it. I used it for the year while I was selecting the schools that I would apply to. I interviewed at a good amount of the schools that I applied to. I will include in the description box below the link for the MSAR so that